Hello everybody, welcome to the channel if you are new, and welcome back if you are already a subscriber. In today's video, we're going to be doing a real-time plan with me for the week of October the 6th through the 12th. Let's get after it. So first things first, I want to go ahead and do my setup. So that is what we're going to accomplish. I've got a few Tombos picked out. I've got 850, which is like a very pale pink. I've got in89, which is like a gray, a very light gray, and then 062, which is like a pastel yellow. I'm sure with how skinny this is and the like foil on here, I just wanted to pull that super cute washi up to the camera so you can see that is our theme for the week. And then I'm also going to be using some of these Sweet Bean Plans box stickers. Maybe, hopefully, if you've been around for any length of time, you'll know I suck at using kits, but I try. And then I've got all of my Sweet Monsters kits hanging out. We are going to get after that. I definitely think that I'm going to try my best to get into these. Actually, this is quite perfect for this evening. The trouble is that now I do like the trackers at the bottom. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like it would literally cut out. Like I would have no space, which is gonna be slightly problematic in some cases, but let's go ahead and get started. So I think what I wanna do is have let's go ahead and set up our little tracker bars. I'm gonna use the gray just as a nice place to land in the middle of all the pastel. I think this could be really nice. 19, right above the 19. Okay. Then I'm going to pop down here and I'm going to use the very convenient lead through to set up the bars that I'm going to use for these trackers. Okay, and while that ink dries, actually, I'm going to use the pink. Oh, my eyes went funny. That bleed through is really difficult. I wish it was almost a little bit more pink, but it's okay. It's like a pinky orange, so that is perfectly fine with me. So while those areas dry, I'm going to go ahead and put the days of the week. And then those are all going to be days of the week, so I can skip that. I don't want to smudge, so I'm going to pop down here. And I'm going to make my list. I really should have put a pencil board. Oh, I remember what I was gonna write. I was gonna write tarot there, but it's okay. I can go ahead and mark some of these off. So I actually did do skincare. I took my vitamins and meds. I've logged my meals. I'm not gonna hit my steps today, and I haven't journaled today. This is gonna be my section for bills, so I'm gonna skip over that for now. Let's get another sticker book. Okay. So I have my tracker, which I did fill out this morning. I'm gonna start putting daily first, weekly, weeks, and 5-year, and I'm gonna write September 2024 because I'm still working through that. And then I'm gonna go ahead and put an X for the weekly and weeks. Moving on down, I want to put make bed. Dishes, floors, litter box, 10 minutes, and 1 task. Okay, made the bed, did the dishes, did the litter box, definitely did my 10-minute task. Okay. Okay. Now back over here, I'm going to do my little emotions faces. Oh, I almost didn't see that gray. I was like, what? Did I miss something? But I didn't. Normally I do mess this up, so it's really nice when I don't. And then I'm gonna leave my banners alone for right this moment so they can continue to dry. And I'm gonna grab my notes from today. Okay. Need a work sticker. Actually, I think I'm gonna try to use some of these. I'm gonna do a cute, like, blue today, I think. And see if I can I think it would just like fit better, unfortunately. Like, this is what I hate about the kids sometimes. You know what, we're just gonna do it. We're gonna use it because we already pulled it off. And I'm just gonna make it work. And it's just gonna go over just a touch. And my brain is not gonna be able to rectify it, so what we're gonna do is just chop that off. There we go. A little extra work, but it fits much better. And then I'm going to also use a little banner or something. Maybe I can use these like sparkly ones. Use the pink on this one. This one ran so late. I had a first appointment with April today. We always have a service huddle on Tuesdays and Thursdays. It's moving to 10 o'clock this week for the first one. I don't know if the other one's going to move. And I also know I will have an intro call on Wednesday, but I don't entirely remember what time. Oh my gosh, I just realized I have so many things this week. I do have several appointments on Wednesday too, so I need to look into that a little bit. But I feel like this is like a good place to start. Okay, I really need a pencil border, or I'm gonna kind of start to go kooky. I feel like my handwriting is just gonna get really bad. I don't know where they've all run off to. Well, my tracker page for one. I don't need it to be like super there, just a little bit of resistance there. Okay, I am going to go ahead and draw my work line. One, 2, 3, 4, 30. Okay. And in the effort of trying not to smudge things, I'm gonna play around with this a little bit. Okay, so after that very long appointment, I worked on, it literally went until like right dead at 3, I think. So 1, 2, 3. So I'm gonna do Jenkins, Mahan, and JLB, WI, which is whimsical illustration. And then I need a tiny icon or two. I had a call with my mom while I was going to pick up dinner. Have been pretty much filming since then. Call with mom night. And then I took a motorcycle. I've been watching The Return of the Mummy, or The Mummy Returns, and filming for most of this evening. Yeah, playing with me? Let me see what it is actually called. Now I'm like second guessing myself. The Mummy Returns. I'm super bummed though because the third movie is like not available on like any of the streaming services I actually utilize, so I don't know if I'm going to be able to watch them all, but I am really freaking jazzed that they've announced at this point that they are going to be doing a new movie. So I'm really, really, really excited about that. Okay, so I am going to let this dry and go this way. I think actually, you know what? I'm going to fill in all the headers tomorrow so that this can dry overnight, because I think that would just really help it out. I am going to be going to bed after I finish this little segment. So I think the best thing to do is going to be to get a scrap piece of paper to write on top of so that I don't smudge anything. Okay, so I actually got up and got going at a pretty decent hour in time. I just kind of get ready and I tidy the apartment while I get ready. So that seems so redundant to say every single morning, but that's what it is. So nothing too exciting. That's a really crappy day. I don't know that really helped. I'm gonna do a dot for check-ins. I checked in everyone on the team. I needed to really organize and migrate most of my tasks after the last week of kind of being off. Then I had Jackson, Murray, Shutter, Chansey, and Mahan. Which, yes, I do understand. I have it written down there as well. I was working on 2 different parts of that, so that covers all of today, really. Like I said, this week has got a lot of stuff already on it. I know I have 2 calls on Wednesday, but I'm not 100% sure on the time. When I check in with you guys in the morning, I'll have already popped my weather in for today and tomorrow because I have to look at my phone to do that. So I will do that off camera, and then we will fill in our headers and fill in Tuesday. I think that's going to be our next segment. So I will see you then. All right, so we are back. And the first thing that I need to do is there we go, pull this little guy out, because if I don't have it front and center, I will completely fail at using it. I just know that about myself. So the first thing I want to start with is let's go ahead and put some headers in and mark down some mood and energy stuff. I grated my finger, cheese grating, and I did have a Band-Aid on it for a while, but I'm gonna have to put another one back on. But I needed to take it off to do some dishes and take a shower and all that fun stuff. But yeah, so Monday, I would say my mood was pretty here. And then yesterday I was more here, and today I'm still more here. I don't know. I'm just I don't know. I do know. I'm just going through some personal stuff. And I'm in a funk, and I will undoubtedly get out of it at some point. Obviously, that is just kind of the way of the world. I just realized too, I'm like getting little specks of, oh wow, I'm getting like big streaks of blood on my shirt because of my thumb. So I'll need to tend to that shortly, but we're gonna let those little dots dry. But the funny thing is my energy has actually been pretty good. Today has been like the first day that my energy has probably not been the best. I would say my energy was here, and then I'm more middle right now. I think I just I'm in a funk. I've got some stuff going on, and then I just kind of don't know what to do about it. I did have a really good phone call with, I would definitely just call her a therapist of sorts, but I did have a really good call with her today. It is 3 o'clock in the afternoon on Wednesday, by the way, so we have a good bit to update. But I did have a good call with her, which really just helped me get things off my chest more than anything and out of my head. I don't think we solved any of the world's problems, but it just helped to speak about it. And sometimes that's really all you need to help like clear the air and help you chart a course forward in a way. Okay, so we've got personal here, and then we're gonna put in Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I'm going to write bills here. I fill that in separately, like off camera is what I mean, because that's just kind of hard to do. And then repeating days of the week here for my planner section. And then we've got my apartment tasks and days of the week again. Okay. Just to round out our trackers, I'm gonna go ahead and mark in 8 water for Monday, and then I hit 9 yesterday. I honestly credit that mostly to me getting up in the middle of the night and drinking water. I've already had 2. I've had more than 2, but when I finish my Stanley, that'll be at 5, but that'll be 7, and then I'll only need 1 more. Technically, I need another one because I did work out this morning. I don't want to smudge those, so I think I'm going to move on to these trackers just for a minute. So I did do my tracker page today. I worked on dailies, but they were from 2024, both of these days, and I am going to try to work on some dailies later today, like as I wind down, and I'm going to go ahead and mark weekly because we're going to handle that today. And then I did fill in my weeks this morning. Haven't done any 5-year work. And then moving over to the last tracker, my bed is made, dishes were done both days, floors get like a slash for every day. I'm hoping to get a full slash by the end of today because I do want to vacuum in a little bit. Litter box was handled every day. My 10-minute task was done yesterday, but I really didn't go anywhere past that point. So Okay, so now we're gonna pop back over, and I think our dots are gonna be dry enough. Connect them. Okay, perfect. And then for Tuesday morning, or just Tuesday in general, I really why do I feel weird about oh, okay. I was like, why do I feel like I need to put something in there for yesterday? I really think I want to use this guy for this afternoon, so I'm going to hang on to that. I definitely could use that one for this week. Maybe we set those over there. Do some of this, look through some stuff. These big boxes are always so troublesome with me because I feel like these are gonna have to go live in some weird places for sure, because it's just kind of hard to find homes for them. Okay, and then I do have some meetings that I know the boxes could like technically. Okay, sorry. Okay, you know what I do want to start with before I overanalyze the heck out of everything? I need my little tiny icon box. Yes, I said box. I just moved them into this like index card holder for the time being because I'm struggling to get them in and out of my little envelope that I had. So we're gonna pull those out. Definitely want to use those. Let's see. Else I might want to use. I'm looking for my workout one. I always feel like it's like in the back of everything. So do you want to use that? So for my workout, I did do a workout in the morning and yesterday. Wow, English, yesterday morning. So it was probably like right about here. 6, 7 o'clock. So I'll do okay, I was like, I feel like I missed some things. At the end of this row, we'll go ahead and mark off anything kind of applicable with that. Okay, and then I'm just gonna do a dot for tidy apartment, which I always do every morning while I'm getting ready. And then went into work and we had our service huddle pretty early. I think in my head I wanted to use like a lot of these. I do want to use this for a 1:30 call that was here. It didn't take that long though. So I kind of want to put it in between so that it doesn't cover up too much. Okay. But we'll get to that. I just want to make sure I use both of those because they're kind of special in like how they're sectioned. Like I said, I think I want to use this afternoon for some journaling time and just some tea, just some altogether like quiet time. I don't know that I was exactly here yesterday evening, but I was basically doing the same thing the 2 nights, which we can get to. Just to break up that monotony just a touch, I think I'm going to use a sticker for a couple different things. Should I? Let's see what my samplers have. Maybe that'll like inspire me a little bit. Let's see. Because I was doing kind of a little bit of everything yesterday, quite honestly. This is what this morning really felt like, truthfully. I don't know that any of these are going to work out for what I was thinking. I also do want to... Oh, I didn't realize they all have like little faces. I think I do want to use one of those. Okay. Got that. I think I just want to try to find something that's more appropriate. That could be a good one. That definitely could be a good one for today. That one would be okay. Charts and data could be a good one. Office one. Because I've got a few different colors in here we can play with. Like especially like pink, maybe. The to-do is kind of nice as well. I don't hate that. Okay. I'm being rather indecisive. Shock. I think I'm going to use a spreadsheet because I actually did 2 reports yesterday, so I think that's a little bit more on par. I am going to do a dot for recycle because I did take some recycling before work, which was lovely. I think I'm going to use... I like that the gray kind of haven't been used at this point because I think they'll just like work with every spread. But I do like the idea of using like the pink based ones, like pink, and I think this is green. We're gonna use this. Okay, so I want to get something in here, but I don't want it to be too neon either. Like I wouldn't mind doing like the team and service huddles. Because I kind of didn't get down too much until like about this point. Truthfully, I'm just like really overthinking it. Okay, so I'm gonna do migrate RT. I can definitely tell I'm like extra out of sorts. I'm trying to see if I like this orange to come into the mix, or if it's gonna, yeah, that's way too neon. And I don't know that I have like an orange that's not aggressive. See, this is the stuff of real time. Like, I don't even know where my tombos are right now. Where have they run off to? They're hidden somewhere under something. Okay, my tombos are just going to have to stay hidden, and I am going to have to get over myself and just write down what I'm trying to do. Okay. I'm gonna do service huddle. It was at 10. And then for the sake of it, I'm just gonna go ahead and put a dot over here for team huddle, because it was at 10. And then I'm going to put down my little spreadsheet, because I had Edmondson, and I also had Jones. So those were the two of the bigger things that I did. And then I also put some more there. Early, Chancey, and Jackson. Okay. And that was like the majority of the work related things. Then I need to snatch up an icon for YouTube, because I edited and posted the vlog that went up today. Edit. What is that? Lord help me. Edit and post. Texas vlog. So I got that up. And then I did some budgeting. And I came straight home. I really didn't go out of my way to do anything beyond that. I just kind of came home. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 30. So actually I did my budgeting at work, so but it like spilled over. this just won't sit down, so. I got off on time. I'm sorry, this looks so gross. I'm so sorry. She says that she shoves it right back in your face. Super helpful. All right, now I'm going to look into my samplers. Actually, I want to put that there, but I want to look in one other place for this particular sticker. I actually have a few. I am going to look through this just ever so briefly and see if I've already, that is actually perfect. So I might use that for, yeah, because that's Strack and that's Mavis. So we're gonna use both of these just to like continue. So I'm gonna try really hard to write really tiny. Oh, magical. It's so tiny. Okay, so like, look how tiny that's, like, I don't know that I could have written that tiny. I could have centered hotel a little bit more, but we're not gonna nitpick too much. So I watched Hotel Transylvania 1 and 2, and then worked on Hobonichi 2024 pages. So I do want to use a sticker for that, because, or like a done or a check mark or something, actually. So I've got these little check marks. I was like, oh, I know that they exist. Especially in these kits, I know they exist, the little check mark people. But I actually finished, do I want to use the blue or the yellow? I do feel like it's a little bit redundant to use that blue, but I do like the yellow, so we're gonna do the yellow. Do I want to do that? Or I just want to use like a Hobonichi cousin? I'm gonna use the Hobonichi cousin, actually. Y'all, my stickers are everywhere over here. There is no rhyme and reason to what's going on behind the scenes over here. I am going to use one of these little guys. I finished September 2024 dailies and all that entailed last night, and it was so gratifying, like so gratifying. And I was shocked that not more was empty. I think more is gonna end up being empty in like October and like into 2025. I really had some struggling moments. Okay, so we're gonna put those back off to the side again, going through the kit and the mess, because good Lord. Okay. I do want to use like a working emoji sticker, maybe. Actually, let's do what I said I was gonna do and finish the tracker, and my light has gone out, so. I don't know why it looks so dark on my screen, but okay, so we've got skincare slashes for both of those, vitamins and meds for both. My meals have been actually logged all the way into tomorrow, but I'm gonna put a slash in case anything changes. I'm gonna hit all of my steps, not just 10K, just to give, I'm already pretty far in. 12 would be an X, a dot would be 10, so I think we've got it just fine. Journaling, we can definitely get a check mark for yesterday. I am gonna do some later this afternoon, but I don't wanna do that quite yet, just like I'm not checking off the daily over here, okay? So all of that's done. Then we're gonna hop back up to here. I actually, you guys, I overslept this morning. I don't do that. I just don't. And I guess I really needed it. I don't know how else to really say anything about that. I'm wondering if I do want to use a treadmill or not. Normally, I don't use a treadmill. I'm gonna just use my steps thing, my little tiny icon for that. But at the same time, I really didn't, like, I don't know that it's necessarily the biggest deal in the whole world to use a bigger icon. I think it just takes up more space, maybe. That's what I'm thinking about. Oh, my word, I'm being so lazy. Like, can you not just go through the pages, ma'am? Yeah, I tend to only use treadmills for like bigger accomplishments now. Like if it's like something outside of like the traditional, so like something outside of like my modified 12-3-30, which is what this is, or you know, my normal 30-minute run. Like if it's a bigger run, something like that. But I basically didn't get up until 7, so I got a little bit of a later start than I had hoped. So modified 12-3-30, and then I did a migrated red tail. Took care of Chansey, at least for today. Then we had a team huddle. And then from there, I had a meeting with Renee, and I'm going to use a moon sticker for, like a moon face sticker for that. I'm just going to use one of these to like use them up, so to speak. And that was at, I'm gonna, if I put it here, it's gonna cancel that out. And it was definitely a full hour. And then I talked to Jen afterward about it. So, but I don't know what I want to call it. Where are my notes? So originally I was supposed to meet with her at 10, and then because the huddle was at 10, it like pushed that down. I don't mind that I took up a little bit of extra space there because I basically had that appointment and then immediately had lunch, so I'm not really missing out on too much space here. I'm gonna put intro call at 1:30 p.m. and it was with Griffin. So we did that, and then after that I had Muzzy and Jackson. And I'm gonna do, I don't know why I always put certain stickers away that I'm gonna turn around and need again, without fail. I really should go through here and like pick out the ones that are like the ones I pull the most, like my workout ones and like more of like the daily ones, you know? And none of them were in that stack. There it is. I'm doing this little plan with me. Okay, so beyond this, I am going to handle some laundry, tidy the apartment. And I think I'm gonna see how this is gonna work out. how late I could put, like I need to put it right here and not put this like what I'm watching. Okay, I just want to see how the day turns out. So in the morning or tomorrow afternoon, depending on how that pans out, because I'm not really sure what tomorrow is going to hold quite yet. This is also why I don't pre-plan too much. So, and I'm glad I don't just for reference, I don't really pre-plan because so much of my job can be very, very, very fluid. So as an example, there was an app and some paperwork I thought I was going to have to do today. And then once my boss like took a second look at it, she realized I couldn't. I needed like more information. So I wasn't able to start it today, but I should be able to start it tomorrow. But again, I don't know. It depends, because one of the carriers that we do work with is having tech issues. So they're not able to see what we need them to see to give us the information that we need from them. So all that to say that I'm not really sure how that's going to shape out. So I will also tilt this so that you're not looking at this at an angle, which I'm sure would be far more helpful. Long story short, I am going to be doing laundry and tidying the apartment. The question is, am I going to get to do some planning? And if so, what does that look like? Am I going to be working in my 5-year? Am I going to be working on daily pages from 2025? Probably that. Like, I just really want to get some things out of my brain. I feel like that could be really helpful. But so far, I really like that I'm actually using kit pieces. Like, it's not a lot, but it's still better than nothing. So I'm happy about that, and I would love to sneak a little box in here if I could. If I can't, then it'll go on a different date maybe, but I am gonna try, and I think it'd be perfect because I think I can do some journaling, and I would really like a cup of tea with that. So I think it's gonna be a perfect way, and then I can use this little space above to mark in whatever I end up planning, but I am watching, just for clarification, Hotel Transylvania 3, which is summer vacation I'd never seen before, and then I'll watch Transformania after that. So that's going to be my watching marathon for the rest of the night. But I will catch you guys either in the morning to catch you up here, or at the end of tomorrow, maybe even Friday. I don't know. But I will see you when I see you, and we'll go from there. Bye. Okie dokie, it is time to wrap this up. So let's get started. Full disclosure, we have a good little bit to fill in. So the first thing that I want to do is let's address some trackers. So Thursday, I would say my mood was pretty low. I just was not in a great place, and I was just going through it. My energy was okay though. I wouldn't say it was the best, but it was meh. I was still productive, but I'm gonna dock it a little bit. As far as Friday goes, it was my day off, so my mood was more in the middle. I had some good finds, it was okay, and then my energy was kind of a flatline situation. For Saturday, it was happy, but not over the moon, and I would say about the same for Sunday. Energy wise, I would say I was at a pretty happy energy level, and then my energy yesterday was down a little bit, just later night kind of thing. I'm not going to, what is all over my glasses? No, that's my eyeball. If it is a little bit louder, I'm sorry. I've got my bedroom windows open because it's an absolutely beautiful day. So I really want to let the house air out a little bit before it gets too warm. So the only thing that I'm not going to complete in this video is the weather. I'm going to have to go back and look everything up, so I'm sorry about that. So let's work on trackers. I'm going to do a slash for skincare. Vitamins and meds were taken. Meals were logged. I need to look, because I don't think I got my steps any other day, really and truly, unfortunately. I did journal some on Thursday. Friday, I get another slash. Vitamins and meds. I did not log my meals yet for Friday, Saturday, or Sunday, so I'm going to be backlogging that a little bit. Saturday, skincare, vitamins and meds. Steps, I get a dot. Okay, and then Sunday, we've got skincare slash. And that is it. As far as bills go, I am pretty sure I finished everything with Affirm. I know I did one main care credit and Best Buy. There's some that I need to double check, and I do need to pay my power bill today and make sure that Klarna's prepaid. And then Jeff hasn't been paid yet either. Okay, so as far as trackers, that's a no. I'm trying to think of anything. I would have worked on September 2024 on Thursday. I don't think I did anything on Friday. Nor did I update anything beyond that point. I think that's where the tracker dies. Making beds every day. Dishes every day. Floors, I get slashes because I would have done something with the floors every day. Litter box every day. 10 minutes I definitely got on Thursday, but not anything else. All my water trackers are filled in. So we're gonna go back over here after this has had some time to dry, just to connect our dots. And I'll kind of bounce back and forth between connecting dots and doing updates so that ink has a little bit of time to dry. Okay, so in our last clip, I talked about that I was wanting to use this super cute little sticker, but only if I kind of earned it, and I did. I did Hotel Transylvania 3 and 4. And then I think that was also the night I watched The Invitation, and then I drank some tea. Because I remember drinking my tea because I had started laundry pretty late in the day. And so I'm gonna do a dot for September. No, that's not right. And I'm gonna need to put something under here. If not 2 things under here. I worked on October pages, actually, is what I did. But I'm going to take that out and I'm gonna do a dot above that and just do October dailies and then do a dot for the invitation, which I'm gonna give a 3.5 out of 5 stars and drink my tea. And then in the morning, I need a freaking thing. I don't think I did anything that morning, honestly. I think I had good intentions to try to do like my hourglass routine, but I didn't. I think I just like got ready for work and did like a flat iron situation. So I'm gonna do a tidy apartment. And I didn't stop anywhere. I know I got there early and that was that. So I think to kind of match, I want to use this. Again, I'm so sorry about the noise. I know that's not super lovely to listen to. I was like, I kind of want to put Happy Meal, but I don't think I actually got any Happy Meal. I like the Today. Like I said, I did get there a little bit early. And we're gonna chop off the little edges. This is super reckless. And that is not smooth, but we're gonna live with it. That's annoying. I wonder if I can clean it up any. Okay, it just now looks like it's a little bit short, but you really have to look at it. It's not as frayed at the end. Okay, my OCD likes that much better though. Okay, and then while I have the ruler kind of hanging out, we'll connect some more dots. I did have pretty grand and glorious intentions for going maybe to like Target or something that morning, but it just didn't work out that way. I think I was just still trying to... Wow, that's sloppy. What is that? I'm gonna leave that alone for a minute. Okay, so now listing off all of my lovely to-dos for the day. And then from there, I did get myself pizza for lunch, just like as a self-care situation. And then I worked on just some planner pages. And I don't think I watched anything during the actual day. I think I'm gonna use like a little one. I'm gonna just put October dailies, and I'm gonna do a dot for 10 plans. One, 2, 3, 4, 30. I really don't think that my dots are big enough when I'm tracking. Like, I think that they are, but then I draw like my line and I'm like, okay, that's not very large at all. Just gonna reestablish those a little bit. And then I'll connect that last one here in a second. And do some dots here. Okay, and then I want to look at my viewing stickers, just so I can even things out a little bit. Like, I like trying to have like the labels and things like that are like a big block. And because this one has been written on, I want to do the same thing. Like, I don't want to do like one of the pre-written Why did I? Oh, I guess because I had already used it. Probably for Wednesday. Because I was rewatching. I do need to see if I need to restock. I don't think I need to restock any of them until next year, probably. Okay, so we're gonna use this one though because it's like the most beat up. Okay, and then I'm gonna put I'm gonna cover these dates, or times rather. So I watched Sleepy Hollow. And then I'm trying to think like what my trajectory was. So I finished Sleepy Hollow and then I think I went directly to bed after that, if memory serves. And then I was trying to decide what, that looks horrible, but we're just gonna live with it. And then I also needed to make the crust for quiche. I don't know why I'm trying to write like off the page, like be light about my handwriting. I don't understand. And I needed to tidy the apartment some more that evening. I didn't make the quiche crush that day. Why am I being so weird and not remembering things? This is why it's super important that I do this in real time or else I'll totally forget. Or I have to have like really good notes. And I don't. I literally remember I like came home and did nothing though, other than watch Sleepy Hollow, eat pizza, and work on October dailies. Like that was not October Daily the challenge, just to clarify as well. It just, I don't know why my brain can't wrap its head around that for right now. Okay. I need the very random what the heck? Actually, I know why I can't find this here. It's in my envelope. And my hair is all flipped around. I need to find my little envelope that has my sticker. Oh, but I did put those away. Y'all, it is tragic. I put away all of my stickers. I thought maybe I still had like my envelope of the stickers I hadn't put away. And this is, there it is, my DIY sheet. It's like, where in the heck? Okay. And let's pick a good color. I like the blue, but I also kind of like the pinks. The green could be kind of nice. The purple could be kind of nice. I like the pink. I'm gonna move some of these around too. Put that one there. Then use this little pink. So it's my day off. And I definitely didn't intend to sleep in, but I did. So I didn't really wake up and get going till like 6. Let me turn the light back on. Okay. And I needed to just kind of shower, get ready, tidy the apartment. I can't handle it. I'm gonna have to rewrite it. I'm sorry. It's just like, I can't handle it. Okay. And then I needed to run errands. So I kind of want to use this car just because I'm like on a little tiny icon streak, but I don't love any of those colors. So, and I do want to use one of those. I want to use as much of the kit as I possibly can as well. But I don't know about that. So I think I want to use the pink. And I'm going to use another shopping sticker. I did pay some bills before I left and did like a quick budget session just before I like left to go for some unhinged shopping. I say unhinged, it really wasn't that unhinged. I did need a cart though. It's pretty early. I'm gonna do that. And I went to Daiso and Target in Milton, which was really fancy. And then I was gonna use this for lunch. I'm gonna just go ahead and do Trader Joe's, even though it was after my lunch, just to create like a little bit of separation. Wow, this is like, I get it. I'm either gonna have to pick if that's centered or like which one is whatever. You know what I'm saying. I got the Union for lunch, which I love, and then I went to Trader Joe's. I had lots of chats with Jen on the way to and from. And then when I got home, I needed to tidy the apartment, unpack everything, and do the quiche crust. And in the morning, I did watch Sweeney Todd while I was getting ready, and then I had to like finish it. Is it too? I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys something too. If I can find it. There it is. This is my movie watching list. It's absurd. It's absolutely, there is an E in there. Sweeney Todd is what I'll put. But this is my watching list. I basically try to brain dump and write down anything that I deem like spooky season appropriate. And then I also pull a lot of movies I pull all the movies from the 31 Nights of Halloween that Freeform does. So even if it doesn't necessarily make sense, like Aladdin and Encanto, like to me, that doesn't make sense. Mrs. Doubtfire doesn't really make sense. But it's on that list. So if you see something like Matilda is on there, like open to interpretation. But the mint color are movies I watched before October started, and then everything in pink is stuff I've watched since then. And then like I've got the list running. So if I watch something that I haven't seen before or isn't on the list, I'll go ahead and either write it in or do a swatch so that I can write it in if I'm checking stuff off. So I actually will put this in there. I watched Until Dawn. So that's my super big watch list. I meant to show that in my setup video, but I don't think it was ready yet at that time. Okay, so I watched Sweeney Todd, and then I started watching Return of the Lycans, and then finished it like the next morning, I think. So I'm gonna, actually, did I finish it? I think I did finish it. What? Where are my... So many stickers. I don't know if these are going to be in the onesie section. Technically a werewolf would work for that one too, but I don't even think I have like an emoji style werewolf. That'd be cute though. I do like the little bat. I'll do... I was like, I need to order some new ones. Just kidding. I'll do this one. I don't know that I will though, because I need to put down little guy. First, so I'm gonna put it down. I got there like middle of the day. Yeah, that's not gonna fit there, but that's okay. Rise of the Lycans. And I worked on, I don't think I did anything that night, honestly. Like, I remember I came home and I like stamped a page, but like I'm not gonna count that. I just like vegetated, quite honestly. I was really tired. Like I tidied while I watched the end of Sweeney Todd, and then I watched Rise of the Lycans. I don't really remember doing anything else. And then I listened to my podcast and got ready the next morning. I got up pretty early because I needed to tidy the apartment, pack to go to Jeff's, and get ready. And then while I was doing that, I was also baking and cooking. So I need to find super cute little baking sticker. Maybe probably I like the butter one just because butter was like a primary thing and part of it, but okay. I'll do, I wonder, oh no. I just can't stand the like horrible tilt that is, so I'm just fixing it. I want the heart to be that way. I really could have used that one and written everything in, but we are where we are. I'm gonna use the yellow to do like little check marks for the quiche and the brownies. I just want to move this little guy up a little bit. Okay. And then I left for Jeff's around 11:30, 12. And then I went to I was gonna say, I haven't done a tiny icon in a minute, so I do want to use one. I needed to needed to stop for a few items for the party. I kind of want to like move this if I can, but I don't know that I'm gonna be able to do that. I think it's just gonna have to be what it is. I like that little separation. Okay, we'll put that in there. We've connected all the dots on this side. Like I said, the only thing that I'm not going to be able to fill in is the weather. And it was beautiful. It actually was completely beautiful. So Jeff and Justin told people to start arriving around like 2, 3. And then this literally went, like, some people didn't leave until like 1 a.m. and like Jeff and Justin didn't go to bed until like 4 the next morning. So I'm just gonna go ahead and put an arrow there. And then I made kickin' corn dip, which is like my go-to right now. So I think that that's a good little one for right there. And then as I literally want to like take this arrow all the way into the next day, but they did go to bed before 5. Thankfully. Well, not thankfully. To each their own. They can do what they want. It was their birthday. So let's see if there's any last minute things from the kit that I want to use. I could have used an arrow, but it's fine. I think this is okay. I think this is as much. I mean, I feel like that's really good. I use these labels. I use this. I use both those boxes. That's like way more than I would normally actually get to accomplish. Okay, so, but I did have my spooky stickers out at one point and now I put them away again. So let me find those. I want to use a cute mug. I feel like the candy corn would be nice. Kind of on color brand. We didn't get up and do anything until here. No, it's definitely here. Okay. Coffee and quiche with the boys. On porch. And then we needed to tidy up the house. And then I came directly home and tidied up my house. put the trash out. And then Jeff picked up takeaway for us. I could probably use that one, but let me see what the other ones look like. That doesn't even go there. And that doesn't go, that goes with that, I think. Or that. I know I've got more takeout ones because I did that. I'm gonna put it over here. Dante's. And then I'm gonna put in parentheses pasta because this is like the first time we actually got their pasta and it was so good. Oh my God. Lessons were learned though. So I really liked their Alfredo and I was excited that he got like a chicken Alfredo and I added mushrooms and spinach to his. And then I got the spaghetti and meatballs. I love their meatballs, but I think moving forward, I would just get like their meatball appetizer and then get like the chicken Alfredo. And like mix and match and play with it because it was so good, guys. Like my mouth is watering just thinking about it. So good. I'm going to do a little movie icon. Because we really just like fluffed after this. And watched movies. So we watched Happy Gilmore 2. And then watched... I do feel like this is a little bit excessive. I kind of wanted to put like a scary... I do want to do like a scary watching. I like the purple pinky one. Is that too much to be next to each other? I don't care. I can put it on the other side. I thought Until Dawn was really good. I think it would make an insanely good Halloween Horror Nights house. I really truly think like that. I could see it. Like as someone who's walked through those houses so many times, like I definitely saw like the different elements that would make up a really good, like the fact that it's also like more of a stationary, like the set is this town that slowly starts to kind of evolve and then you go underground and there's like I've gone through houses that I could totally see like the repurposing of, I was like, oh, like the house that they built Roanoke in would be good. The house that they've done Dead Man's Pier and later went on to do, oh, I can't think of it. It was not Roanoke. What the heck was the name of it that they did? It was like some type of like a pilgrim ritual thing. You could, and you could see like, it wasn't the lighthouse. Oh, I can't remember the name of it. Anyways, but that one's what's sticking out my head. If you've been to Halloween Horror Nights and you know what I'm talking about, it was the Dead Man's Pier, and then the very next year it was this like pilgrim era, like witchy thing, and it had a sound effect in it that you saw, and there was like one element you could see throughout the entire thing. Oh my god, my brain hurts and I'm so annoyed about it. But that house like seemed like a really great place, and if you've seen Until Dawn or played the game maybe, but it just seemed like, okay, like this could be a room, and that like you could walk through a bunch of the different rooms and really put detail into it. And I was like, this is, if you were going to do a house, I would really do this as a house. I think it'd be really cool. And I think you could get like a lot of the cast of like scary characters are, I'm going to turn this light back on while I yammer about something nobody cares about but me right now. But in my head, I was like, this is a HHN house if I ever did see it. Like, it really is. But I hope you guys really enjoyed kind of trying to bash through a kit. For once, I think I did a really good job. I'm really proud of myself for using some bigger stickers. I love how the spread turns out. I wish I would have been able to remember a little bit more. I'll go back and put this tidy apartment here and then put the weather in from here. But otherwise, this is pretty done. Obviously, you can see the difference between when I'm like super active and then I kind of fell off over the weekend. But I really hope you guys enjoy it and got some good tips and tricks. If you know what I'm talking about in Halloween Horror Nights language, let me know so I don't feel so alone. But until the next time I see you guys, enjoy creating your own little wonderlands. I hope they are spooky and full of candy and delicious treats and all of the fall things. I'll see you guys soon.